Boom. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. A very good evening, everybody. How we doing? Big ups. Hello, everyone in here. We've got a few people in here. As you might have seen and gathered, I'm wearing a little bit of extra attire because I found out the other day that my team, Arsenal, won the league. And I'm going to be a little bit obnoxious because it's been 22 years. So big up the Guns. I'm going to take us through a little bit of a mix here today. We've got a special guest coming in here later. So we're going to have a little bit of myself. I'm going to set the tone a little bit. I'm going to swing it over to my special guest. Then we're going to sit down for a little bit, have a nice little chat. Sound cool? Are we ready to go?
Sounds good to me.
I think we are. I think we should go. So let's have some fun, shall we? I think everyone knows this tune, or knows how it sounds anyways, surely.
get a fleeting glimpse of life.
How are we doing? All good? Pretty smooth and slow to start things off. Just, getting ourselves into the flow of things. I need to get used to these buttons.
A fleeting glimpse that we will never get back. Like tears in the rain, memories are what keeps us alive. And we hope, and we hope, and we hope that when our time comes, and we are free from our physical life, and we hope that we will get a fleeting glimpse of life.
All right. Now, I'm going to pass it on to a good friend of mine. I've worked with her in a lovely little pub. She was lovely. She's absolutely lovely. She's this absolute wizard that's been teaching me a lot about production too. You wouldn't believe it too. Step up to the stage. This is Penny, absolute legend and demon. She's going to take you up for the next 20 minutes. You got some dubs for us and stuff to play?
I have some dubs, I do.
Very nice.
Little dubs, little works in progress.
Ooh.
And some bangers, really.
Very exciting. Well, strap yourself in for the next 20 minutes where we're going to have a little play with Penny and then go from there. Right. Penny, take it away, darling.
go. Suffocation, the harder we grip, tearing down the pieces, trying not to slip. Deeper, we tip and toe, knocking off the crosses, get your ducks in a row. A sink or swim, a battle of one, a master of sin. We take flight in the fawn and the freeze, addicted to the stress, an unmet need. Stored in the muscle, ancestry, society hustle, distorted memory. Regulation, trying to fix, no hesitation, always caught in the mix. Dream, our subconscious mind's just trying to break free. Rethink the thoughts, covering up our soul. Breaking the limits, I just wanna be whole. Can I remove this mask now? Stuck up in this glass house. Smoldering hearts, poisonous darts, shadowing memories of the past. Look at your shadow.
Well then, that was Penny. How did you find that?
Yeah, it was good.
Fantastic. Very good. Good. Yeah, go for it. Do you want to sit down or do you want to stand for this?
Hello.
Hi.
We can stand. I like standing.
Do you want to stand?
We'll stand.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, people, that was Penny, and I did hear a few dubs from yourself as well, I could tell.
Could you tell?
Absolutely.
Cool.
It's the voice. Right, so for the last 20 minutes, I'm going to ask you a few questions, just a few little bits, just a bit about yourself and the music and everything about you, well, as much as I can do in 20 minutes. And yeah.
Go for it.
Absolutely. So first of all, give us an introduction to yourself. Who are you? Do you DJ, produce? What styles do you produce, and for how long?
Oh, okay. So my name is Penny, DJ name, and real name is Penny for obvious reasons. I didn't want it to be confusing. There was an X in there at one point, and then I had to spell it out to people, and it was long. So it's just Penny. I've been DJing I started off doing like techno house in my bedroom as a hobby about 10 years ago.
Very cool.
And I didn't really like take it seriously or anything like that. And then I've always liked drum and bass music. And then funnily enough, my cousin one day was like, why aren't you DJing drum and bass? I was like, do you know what? I don't actually know. Yeah. So then one day I started DJing it, thinking that the same principles were for techno and drum and bass.
Right.
Met Liam, my partner, Morality,
Oi,
and
oi,
he slammed me down real quick and said, no, stop there, dear. That's not how you mix drum and bass. And I was humbled very quickly. And then fast forward 4 years later, and now that's pretty much all I mix now. And I've been doing production for 3 years now, learning production. That's pretty much me in a nutshell, really.
And proper getting into the production as well. You've been into space,
I've had a lot of help from like fellow producers in the scene. I have got some news that I'm not allowed to actually say right now, which is
no exclusive for me.
Which
Damn.
is I know. I think I did let it slip in one bio earlier a few weeks ago, and I was like, I don't think I should have done that, but I'm not sure if anyone's seen it. So. Yeah. But there is some news coming out in regards to production, which is really cool. Support from somebody, shall we say? So that's cool. I've just been collabing with a lot of people. I've got like a collab in the pipe work with CDU. I don't know if you've heard of them. They've released on Yamatai before. Also Transmitter. He's really good. He does a lot of 140 actually.
Cool.
Nice. He's one to look out for. A couple more things in the pipeline. I've got one with Voxy on the go. Chamber. So there's lots of things in the background.
You've been busy, ain't you?
Yeah, music takes ages to make as well. Especially when you're still learning as well. Like I'm not like fully there yet, and I don't think you fully get there anyway. Like you're forever learning. I know people in their 50s that are still learning, so I'm just like grateful for the journey, really, and to be able to like meet new people and vibe and stuff and learn new stuff. So it's definitely a journey, mate.
You've been playing out at a few gigs recently as well. I've been seeing.
Few
different countries as well.
It was weird because like I probably pay as much attention into like securing gigs as I should do. I'm a bit of a hermit. I do like being at home in my studio and not talking to anyone. I'm a bit of an introvert in that sense, but they've come around quite quickly. We were just up in Hackney the other week, which was cool, with the Blender Collective and Murmuration. I think I've said that right, which was a lot of fun. I had my first Nero night. I hats down to them, but after 2 hours I had to go back to my hotel room. I was like, I can't do this anymore. So it was good fun though.
Animals, aren't they? They go for it.
And if you haven't heard of Anna Crucis, guys, like
big ups, Anna Crucis.
She is insane. She's an absolute weapon on the deck. So definitely check her out. But going to Berlin next week.
Wow.
With Yamatai and the Stoic crew. Never been Berlin, so that'll be really cool. And then I'm playing Overview next month as well in Brighton. So that's it so far, to be fair. I haven't got anything lined up after June. So far. Yeah, there's only so many hours in the day.
Well, for you, there's a hell of a lot you can do in that time. Right, so let's go into the next question. But you kind of already went over it. Tell us a bit about your backstory when it comes to drum and bass. You said kind of what made you choose this genre and to make music for. What made you stick to it compared to the other genres that you were making music for?
That's a good question. There's something about drum and bass music, and I think everyone will say this, and like, I love techno, don't get me wrong, I love a good thumper, but there's something about drum and bass where it's so versatile. I absolutely love the drum pattern as well, and you can play around with it. So for me, it's like the versatility. You've got soul in there, but you've also got like that nitty gritty, like those wobs in those mids and those basses that just get you right there. You know, there's no word for it. It's just so it's kind of like there's an unspoken feeling that I get from making drum and bass, and I am a bit of a nerd in that sense. Like, I can stare at Ableton for hours upon end, so that kind of helps as well. But yeah, for me, it was kind of just like a self-expression thing as well, being able to convey how I feel into sound, like especially through my lyrics as well. Like, I'll write a lyric a year ago and it won't make sense to me until today, so it's almost like I'm writing for myself, from past self to future self. So yeah, I think a lot of my lyrics are sort of cryptic in a sense. Like, there'll be people that like vibe with it and understand it, and there will be people that are like, what is she talking about? And that's completely fine. It's a lot of it's about mental health as well, a lot of like inner turmoils that we go through. I've been through anyway, and I'm sure there'll be people that understand that music. I think if I could compare sort of my lyric writing to anybody, it would probably be Vision OB. Big up Vision OB, you are a genius. But yeah, so again, it's just self-expression really. Just getting what's in here and here out there into actual sound.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's lovely. Amazing. It's amazing. So based over your time making music and DJing, what has been some of the biggest challenges that you've had to face? Why were they so difficult to overcome, and what helped or allowed you to overcome these challenges? Because I know that you've been dealing with a few little bits and bobs from knowing you through our time working together as well, and overcoming those like obstacles. Yeah,
so funnily enough, like, I did like a life coaching course at one point, and learned a lot about like how the mind works and stuff like that. So I think for me, like, it's helped me a lot to understand my mind. So when I do come to face these challenges, I feel like I'm much more equipped to see it, feel it, and push through it. Whereas I feel like there are a lot of people that tend to feel it and then sort of like shy away because they're not too sure of how to deal with it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a robot, I am human. I have my moments where I feel like I can't, and big up to my partner as well, because he is my rock. He's there for a lot of things as well, so I don't just do it all on my own. I think the biggest thing that I've seen as well, I did a post the other day, is I feel like a lot of artists struggle with comparison a lot and feeling like they're not good enough. Me myself, like I've had that as well, so I feel like it is just having an understanding and compassion for yourself that everyone's got their own unique flavor to bring to the table. So even if someone is perceived better or further ahead of you, or maybe they have a completely different sound, or you perceive them as more cool, that's them, that's fine. And how you're doing you is also completely fine. And I think for me, that's the biggest perspective that I've had to adopt, is I'm in my lane, I'm doing my thing, and it doesn't matter in the respect of what other people are doing. Obviously, big up other people and for support, but don't get caught up in other people's stories, because when you tie yourself to other people's goals and other people's achievements, that's when you start to feel that lack of self-worth. So I think it's being able to have that disconnect from social media as well, even though we need social media to promote ourselves, which is a catch one, isn't it, though? Catch 22, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hard because, you know, like you said, comparison is a massive issue when it comes to social media. You can easily see people that have been on, you know, the journey for way longer than yourself, and you look at these people and you, even in those circumstances, you look and you ask yourself, why am I not doing that and getting that? It's because these people have been in the game, in their own life and their story and their journeys for God knows how long. And, you know, it's absolutely right. You've got to stay in your own lane and continuously pursue that. And then through obviously doing that, you get your own style, your own message out there as to who you are, what kind of, you know, music you get out there, and the right people will resonate to that, and they'll join you for the journey. You said as well, I wanted to touch a little bit more on you do the life coaching as well. So that and the mental health side, bit of it is a big factor. So how has that linked in a lot more in terms of the way that you make your music and the way that you kind of you go about creating playlists for your sets and curating the right kind of music? Do you tie it in with the kind of like the ability to link in the emotion that you have through your life coaching, because it must have been a lot easier? And do you work with other people, I'm guessing, as well?
So I'll kind of answer that in two parts. I don't really do it as like a career sort of thing, I have income outside of that, but if anyone comes to me and they want help, I will help them. They are mostly artists because I tend to resonate more with that, so I can sort of help people along that journey, offer them new perspectives, help them be in that creative act, so to speak, because I think we all get caught up in how things should sound based on what you think the crowd wants to hear, because if we're making music from a place of trying to please people, it's never going to be your best art. It has to be, do I primarily love it first? If the answer is yes, that's enough. And I've definitely nicked that from Rick Rubin, so big up Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin's a massive, he is an absolute icon.
But it's so true. So if there's anyone out there, read The Creative Act, because it is an amazing book. I kind of just come at it as, do I like the sound? Does it move me? And am I trying to portray the right story here for me? And if the answer is yes, then I'm moving in the right direction. As soon as I start trying to put a blend in my mix, thinking, this is going to get lots of hype and stuff, is the crowd going to give me what I want? You're not moving in the right direction, because at that point you're trying to people please essentially, and you're not going to make your best music. So, and I think people do fall into that habit. Like I've done it myself as well, because I think deep down we all want to be seen, right? We all want to be seen, we all want to be validated. Like, I'm not going to stand here and pretend that I don't do that. We all do, right? So I think it's coming from a place of understanding that, okay, like that is the bare minimum of it, but how can I best serve myself and best serve the people that do like my music is coming from me from like a raw, authentic standpoint, and not, okay, well, what can I do to get a number of likes, for instance, right? So, I guess I kind of use that sort of understanding in how I create my music, in a sense. That was a very long-winded answer.
No, by all means, I'd love to hear it. Yeah, I'd love to get like proper into it.
I think that answered the question.
No, you did very well on that, don't worry. So when it comes to, I guess, applying all of that as well, when you've been, so you said you work with artists, right? Without going into too much specifics, have you noticed any common issues, not just with the artists that you've spoken to, but with the scene, that definitely needs to be, I guess, addressed more so, that would help improve the scene overall in terms of the mental health side? Other areas that you might have recognized or you've heard, and it's been a few common grounds on that you think, okay, if we were to improve this might really take up a notch when it comes to both the big artists and the up and comers really just kind of like getting a lot more comfortable and feeling that joy, I guess to say, when they get into like the making music, producing, DJing, everything like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tough question really, because I think it's not like a one size fits all approach. Like, I've spoken to like a few people, and I think the main like theme throughout everyone I've spoken to is comparison and self-worth. I won't go into the finer details of things, but obviously that's going to date way back, and then obviously that translate into the now and everything you try and do, right? So it's almost like that hidden ingredients to everything that you're doing in life, and that includes DJing, making music, going out and stuff like that. So I think for me anyway, it's kind of like, I did a post about this the other day actually, but I think it really hits home as comparison isn't a bad thing. Imagine if you went on social media and there was nothing to compare. Everyone wore the same hat, everyone wore the same scarf, everyone wore the same t-shirt.
I doubt that.
Everyone played the same tunes, everyone looked the same, everyone had the same personality. There was nothing to compare. Everyone's just a cardboard cutout of themselves, right? So you're not unique. So now you're not unique. So would you prefer to compare, or would you prefer to stand out? So I think that's sort of like, if we can all adopt that mindset as a creative, I think we'd be in a better place and see comparison as a good thing and not a bad thing.
Amazing. Beautiful answer. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, no. So you know your stuff about this stuff.
I wrote it down.
Dear diary. Right, so in terms of, you kind of already said it, but Where can we, have you got many bits coming out? I know you said you can't give all the details and specifics of what's going on, but from the timeline from now until end of this year, can we expect anything big from you, or is there anything that in the pipeline that you can say that you can give out to?
Yeah, I think it's kind of just in a nutshell. Yeah, my biggest booking really would be Overview, 27th of June at Volks, which is huge. I'm doing a back-to-back with my partner, Morality, which is super cute. So yeah, catch us down in Brighton if you want to come to the, I think it's like the all-day, like 24-hour, the 12-hour rave. Yeah. So yeah, that should be interesting. And then yeah, in terms of releases, because they're collabs with other artists, I don't actually know when they're being released yet. At some point this year, I would assume, because they're at that stage, they've like been mastered and all of that stuff, so they're kind of like on their way. And yeah, because I'm still learning, I'm still producing music, so they're sort of on the back foot. There was speak about September potentially for me on Yamatai. So yeah, if I can get my butt in gear, I will be there.
At least you're honest.
Yeah. Well, you got to be honest, you know, things get in the way, life happens. So.
Exactly, yeah, very true.
And then the other big one I can't really say, but it's to do with...
keep on prying.
Everyone knows the name, let's say that, and it's to do with production, so... Okay. I'm pretty gassed.
Right, so I've got 2 more questions for you, and then wrap everything up. Next question. Can you give any advice to up-and-coming DJs, producers that are trying to get themselves up in the scene, struggling for whatever reason, whether it be like a mental health reason or that feeling comparison that you spoke about? Any advice to help them with those issues?
I would say feel the fear and do it anyway. Like I'm 33 this year, but I know I look 16, but I'm 33 this year. And I spent a lot of my 20s avoiding the things that I feared the most, but I knew I wanted to do them. Yep. So if you are too scared to sing, put a social media post up, look silly, don't worry about the filters. If you've written a tune and you're really proud of it, post it, because you don't know who is going to see it. And even when you feel like maybe not going out, go out for a little bit and go home. Networking's really good. We can do it on social media now as well, so it's not always, in the clubs and stuff like that, especially if you're an introvert as well. Like, I find clubs overwhelming, funnily enough. So yeah, it would be, if you're thinking about sharing your art, just share it, because the next thing you know, you'll turn around and you're 33. I still feel 22, so trust me, don't waste your 20s.
Brilliant. That's beautiful. Right, last one, and I'll give you a little bit of time to think about this if you need to. So I want to do a little, as you're the first guest, I'm going to bring in more guests in the future. I want to bring in a kind of little continuing game, kind of like fun little thing. So you're the first guest. For the next person coming on, can you think of a question you'd like to ask that
you've put me on the spot.
Yeah, I have a little bit. That's why I gave Sally some time.
Is it serious or funny?
Anything you want.
I literally can't think of anything now. Oh no, okay. Anything. Any
kind of question, anything you want to ask for the next person.
Mate, I've drawn an absolute blank. Why would you do that to me? The next person, okay. What's your favourite chocolate? Don't do that.
What's your favourite chocolate? Is that the question we're going to go with? Are we going to go with
No, that's so bad. I generally can't even think.
Have a little think to like your the music bits or production or anything, or even like the mental health side.
Do you know what? Actually, I think I'm going to keep on this theme. I think it'd be good to ask each guest what their advice to somebody that is trying to share their music but's too scared to. So like the question could be, what would your advice be to either the younger generation or somebody like in their 30s that thinks it's too late for them, right? And now they're too scared to share their art. So what would you say to somebody that's too fearful to share their art? Like, give some advice in that sense. I think that would be quite cool to keep running with that theme.
Perfect. There you go. That's a great question.
That's better than what's your favourite chocolate.
I might have to write that one down as well. I might just we're going to give you 2 questions because, have 2 questions for the first guest. Right, everybody. That is Ricochet's Rave, episode 3, here with Penny, a lovely special guest. Thank you very much for coming in. I will be here 4th Friday, of every month. I have to remember that, don't I? Bloody hell. Yeah, and tune in next time for our next episode. Thank you very much. Have an amazing blank holiday weekend. Stay safe out there because it's going to be quite hot as well. And yeah, be sure to check out Penny's socials, which are...
Cheers, mate.
Do you know the name of your socials?
Penny Kate Hurts, as in the frequency, not hurting people, as in HZ.
Make sure you remember that. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. See you later.